Hi everyone, it's Giselle with a message for today, and I would like to discuss the topic of mirrored healing. And I've seen quite a few examples of that now with my clients and people who've been working on themselves, and it's absolutely amazing to see how they are getting tangible evidence of what they are doing with regards to this healing that is also affecting their connection with their beloveds in a very tangible way where they get, just verbal or physical proof of what's happening. And it's so cool. And so that in itself is giving all of us so much hope that even if we don't have this evidence quite yet in our connections, that hearing this from other people and their success stories is enough to let us know, okay, this is totally doing some things. And you can feel it within you as well. If it wasn't doing anything, I'm sure that you just would not feel any shifts. And I just thought that I would share this message because, again, it's so cool how so many things are occurring for so many of us here on this journey, especially those who feel drawn to watch my channel and follow my messages. So, a lot of this has come up because I decided to give my crystal healing sessions at a more discounted rate as part of the Valentine's Day offer that I did for Valentine's Day. They are still available, by the way, up until tomorrow if you still wanted to get yours at £13 instead of, gosh, I forget my actual prices now. I think the original price is something like 18, so you save £5 on a healing session. And basically, I use crystals, which is what the healing is for. It's a crystal healing session. Now, some people have asked for different types of sessions where I don't use crystals. I just tune into whatever I'm led to do, such as using instruments to just raise my frequency and therefore send that energy to them in that way. That's also very calming and very beautiful, and I love doing that. It's so cool. And yeah, I always update you then on how the healing is gone. But so I'm just going to give a few examples of what I've heard and some feedback given by clients. So I did a healing session for a client that I've been working with for a little while, and this was to heal. Basically, what came up during a reading was her and her beloved's solar plexus area was flaring up. He was feeling solar plexus emotional pain, whereas she was feeling physical pain in her stomach. And I think she's been having trouble with heartburn and ulcers and things like that. So whilst their pain isn't exact, the chakras match. They're both solar plexus, and the region of the body matched exactly, but he was more of a kind of, mental torment, whereas she actually had physical pain in her stomach and had to take antibiotics for stomach ulcers. So I focused my healing on their solar plexus, and I did it as a joint healing for her and her beloved. And so I felt a shift within his emotional state where he felt more calm and clear. But then she gave me physical sort of feedback saying that she didn't know when I was going to do the healing, basically. I just said to her, I'm going to do the healing. And so she was sleeping whilst I was doing the healing. But she said that as she was sleeping, she didn't feel that burning sensation of the stomach ulcers. And also, as she woke up, she felt that her stomach was tight, as if she'd been doing sit-ups, and of course, she wouldn't have been working out because she was in physical pain with her stomach, and this has been going on for quite a few weeks already. I think it was a week before last that she was off ill, and she said that she feels like she just had been working out, which is so funny. And then this morning, she gave me another update saying that the pain had not been there when she woke up, which I thought was totally amazing. I mean, even I'm astounded at hearing these results from people. And she said that she does feel it sometimes, but it's definitely diminished a lot. And she's really happy with the results. And I'm just so happy for her because I can't imagine how awful that must feel to have stomach ulcers and heartburn and things like that. So Still waiting on feedback from the twin because they're not currently in contact, but what an amazing update to have physical ailments being healed through this session. So I was really pleased with that feedback. And then another example of mirrored healing is where a client who I've been working with for a while has discovered that there were certain things from his childhood that were holding him back. And as he bought a bundle of questions from me to ask me questions every now and again, as and when things arose, because he felt it important to work on his healing himself. And so he did still get help from me through, asking questions, seeing if I could tune into his situation, whether that resonated or whether there was something else going on, any additional feedback. And he also got one of those love messages for Valentine's Day from me as well. And I think at the time he was kind of like, oh, that's such a sweet message, but is that really what she's saying to me? Because she's not been so outspoken and, been a bit closed off towards me. I wish she would tell me these things on the physical plane, but she hasn't to date. And so as we were going through the questions that he was asking me, I confirmed with him the things that did feel needed resolving so that he could really match the frequency of a loving, committed relationship with her, which he hadn't been able to attain to date. And so as he had healed these and uncreated these beliefs from his childhood that were holding him back, he actually got messages from her very similar to the channeling that I did for his love message. And he said that it was absolutely amazing to actually feel that barrier lifted. So again, a beautiful example of mirrored healing. And I would love to hear from everyone who's had a healing session for Valentine's Day. I know sometimes it's hard to get the effects. I don't even know myself how quickly they're going to kick in. But the lady that I did the healing for, the first example, she always picks them up very quickly. Every time she's resting, I said to her, I'm having deja vu here. Because I remember doing another healing for her at one point. I think it was for the solar plexus. No, that was last time. The sacral chakra I was healing for her because she had pain in her, when it's her cycle and things like that, it really kind of feels super uncomfortable. And she said that elevated as she was sleeping as well. So every time she's sleeping, I seem to be doing the healings for her. And then she wakes up feeling completely different, which I thought, I'm having deja vu because you told me this before. She said, yeah, that was when you did my sacral chakra area. And it's amazing to get this amazing feedback from people. I love what I do, and I love to be able to just, help shift. I don't take full credit for all the things that have changed in people's lives, but just to be a catalyst or a conduit for this change just makes me feel so happy and honored and truly just amazing. And also with myself, I've been doing more rituals to help me in my journey. I think I told you that last Friday, not yesterday, but last Friday, I did a perception opener and want to open my heart to love, more giving and receiving of love. And that's where I started to get true compassion and openness from my friends. I've had trouble in the past with true female friends, I guess. I was always more able to connect with males because I was always in bands and playing music, and the majority of people around me were males. So those were the friends I surrounded myself with. Not all of them were just wanting to be friends. A lot of them did have a romantic interest in me, but I didn't sort of reciprocate. But I remember thinking, I just want female friends, but nice ones, because the ones that I had experienced, especially when I was in my previous relationship, they were very catty and very, talking behind your back and giving backhanded comments of, oh, I couldn't get away with wearing something like that. So I'm like, really? And I remember asking the universe, I just want some real friends, female ones, nice ones, kind ones. I have so much love to give, and I want to be able to have a genuine relationship where we can just be friendly and open and honest and loving towards each other, not in a romantic sense, but in a friend's sense, you know? And last weekend, I had the most amazing day, and I told you about this as well on a video, that my friends, they've just become so open. They've openly thanked me for helping them in their lives, and especially for those readings. They really loved me doing readings for them. And one of them bought me that twin flame pendant, and she truly, I can feel the love when I talk to her. She said that she had trouble opening up to people and being close to friends, but now that me and this other lady are her closest friends, she's never had a friendship like that before, where she's just completely open, completely herself, and not afraid to get hurt. And when she gives me compliments, they are so from the heart. And I truly love her for that. I mean, I feel so lucky. And I know that that ritual must have something to do with it, because I feel like I've shifted into a different plane almost, you know? I'm just so much more open. But also things that I thought I wanted, I no longer want. But I want more. I want new things. I want greater experiences. I want more for myself and my family and my loved ones and my beloved. I want so much more for all of us. And I'm not limiting myself anymore. And I feel like I've just jumped into a more abundant place. And I know that those rituals have really shifted me. And so yesterday I did 2 more. One for knowledge, to know more of who I am, know more of what I want, and know more about everything. Whatever there is to know, I want to know more. And imagination. I want to broaden my imagination. I want to use my imagination more. I want to experience more with my imagination. And really thinking about it, when I was little, imagination has gotten me so far. It's gotten me to live in a place that I've always wanted to live. And now I'm creating the life that I've always wanted. Being surrounded by friends, having the most beautiful relationship with my family that I've never had before. I remember at one point feeling lonely and isolated. Now I feel loved and complete and it feels amazing. So I wanted to share that with you. And I know I've yet to see physical proof, but I can feel the shift in my beloved too. Now that I've made more time for myself, to love myself, to honor myself, to have loving people around me and just in the perfect situations and truly feeling like I belong and I'm home and I'm ready for anything and everything that I want to manifest, I can feel that shift within my beloved as well, because we are connected. And I know so. I don't need to even see proof because I already know it. But I will see proof, I know that, because it just is a byproduct of all of this work. And so I thought I would share with you, and hopefully this helps you in some way. And yeah, if you'd like to connect with me, all my details are in the description. And of course, my Valentine's offer is still open until Sunday if you would like to take advantage of those. I've had an amazing response to them this year. I really love it. And I'm so glad that I've managed to even, help existing as well as new clients. And it's amazing. I had a great, amazing Valentine's Day. Oh, and I'm still doing the healings now. So if you haven't received yours yet, it is scheduled to be done over the weekend. I'll be sending that out to you soon. So I'll do the initial healing first, and then I will record a summary that I will be sending to you via email, and then you can meditate as you listen to that summary and pick up the healing energies for either you or you and your beloved, depending on what you actually requested during your healing session. So thank you all so very much for watching, and have a beautiful day. Namaste.